I'm gonna be rich from day trading. I'm 17 years old and I haven't earned a single dime from it yet, but I've been documenting my whole journey online ever since I started. And this is week number 17 of trying to get my first payout from day trading at 17 years old. And if you're just tuning in, make sure you check out my whole series right here. Check it out before you continue this video or after it, whatever you want to do. And make sure you follow my socials down in the description below. I post daily on TikTok and Instagram Reels and YouTube Shorts, so make sure you check that out and follow me on those. Here's a recap of my whole journey so far, but you'll notice if you checked out all my other videos. But here's a recap of last week. And we ended up the week last week up on the eval account. So this week, we should be able to pass it. But make sure y'all stay tuned. We took no trades today. So coming in the market open, I wanted price to reach previous higher day, this green line, and then this daily fair value gap resting above it. That was a big, strong draw on liquidity for me. So I wanted price to reach that. I want the price to manipulate lower and hit this 15-minute fair value gap or sweep session lows. And then boom, liquidity sweep to the upside. But it didn't do that, so we just didn't trade. It was just no clean setups for longs or shorts, so we just didn't end up trading. It was a no news Monday, so this kind of what you expect on no news Mondays. So I'm glad we didn't take a little garbage trade just trying to focus on money. But yeah, no trades today. Hopefully tomorrow we find clean setups, but we're not gonna force it. Quick little day. That's nothing more to it. This should have been an easy green day, but we ended up losing $1,000 today. So market open right here, this white line right here. Boom, market open. Price manipulated up and then went to the downside, swept downside. Swept sell side liquidity. Boom. If we zoom in right here, once it swept this, it inversed it at this candle right here. Boom, put my stop below this, and then target highs or whatever, or target 1-on-1 or highs. Boom, we would have won easy. But I didn't see this in real time, and we ended up taking a bad trade with no higher time frame confirmation. It did look good on the lower time frame. You could see price, boom, inverse this, retested it, and then another change of state. So that looked good, and I entered off of there. But there was no higher time frame confirmation, and we ended up losing. Price consolidated, boom, hit a stop loss, and just continued up. But this would have been a banger trade down here if he would have saw it. But it's like when I pre-market, when I study pre-market, at least 10 minutes before pre-market, when I study it and see what price wants to do, I would have saw this, but I didn't do this today. I hopped on the chart straight at 9:30, straight at 9:30, and just tried to go with the flow or whatever. And that was just on me. That was my error, and I'm definitely learning from this. I feel like I'm getting a lot of lessons in lately because I'm learning every single day. I lose a lot, but it's like I'm learning with it. So here's how we ended up going break even today. So coming in the market open all the way over here, price came down and swept these two lows. I definitely wanted price to go down and sweep the previous lower day, this red line, but it didn't quite get there. But I was still looking for like a liquidity sweep because it did sweep two lows. So it swept these and then it inversed this 1 minute for value gap. Once it did that, it formed the fair value gap, respected it, and retested this inverse fair value gap. And then it broke up to the upside. So that was an A plus setup. Looking for some longs. I was looking for like these low resistance highs to get hit. And at this high right here, this is when I went break even and price came down and stopped me at break even. But we could have had a tighter stop loss and a tighter take profit and risk a little heavier, and we could have ended up winning. But we always live and we learn. But not a bad day, not a bad day. Here's how I ended up going break even today day trading. So coming in the market open, I wasn't really sure on what price wanted to do, so I was just kind of going with the flow and just trying to see what it's gonna give me. So price came and inverse this 15-minute fair value gap. So I was definitely one of these session lows to get hit. So price reached landed session low first. So after it reaches that, it retested this 1 minute fair value gap right here and it stayed below the low. So that's a good sign. So I was looking for shorts. All I needed was a break of structure, and then they gave me it right here. So I was just looking for a quick 1-to-1 short to the Asia session lows, but it didn't quite reach it. So when price got around here, I put my stop at break even, and we ended up going break even, as you can see. And there was no other good trades for me this whole day, so we didn't end up taking no other trades. So here's why we ended up taking no trades today. And that was just because of me. I won't at my phone, but we could have had like two setups. So coming in, we could see price reach this 15-minute for value gap up here, and then market open. It kind of reached up in it again, and then it rejected off of it, right? Price inverse this for value gap right here. So this could have been a trade to the downside, targeting this low right here, stop above there, and then put the TP right here. This could have been a trade, but I never took it. I won't have my phone. I won't have really have my phone the whole day, so that was on me, right? And then we could have had another trade, price playing out, boom. And then price, boom, came up, tested this area, boom, rejected off of it. And then it made a 1 minute fair value gap, and price went in it and respected it. And then it had a break instruction to the downside, and it inversed this fair value gap right here. So this could have been another trade off of this candle closure. This could have been another trade that I could have had. So I could have had two bangers, but I'm on my phone. So that was on me. I can't lie. That was definitely on me. But we good. We still got this eval account. I'm trying to hurry up and pass this eval, but we ain't gonna rush it. But yeah. Well, that wraps up week number 17. I'm trying to get my first payout from day trading at 17 years old. We started the week up in profits on the eval account, but we ended it down a little. We took 3 trades total this week, but one trade was just terrible. I should have never took it. And that was really dragged me down and made me not be in profits anymore on my eval account. And the other two was decent trades. I ended up going break even. The lesson I learned from this week is that I should always be confident and don't second guess myself when trading. Because that's the original reason I ended up losing earlier in the week. I second guessed myself and I didn't trust in myself fully to take a trade, and I ended up taking a worse trade later on in market open. But I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Make sure you stay tuned for more because it's going to be more. I try to post weekly, but make sure you stay tuned, like this video, subscribe, and just check out my other videos right here. Peace.